what's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude. Been having a little bit of a busy day, so I'm going to have to shoot a car video. But hey, if you like college football and you like college basketball, hit that subscribe button. That's what we do every single day. At least one video. We've already hit 5,000 subscribers, but we want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know we can do it, but we can't do it without you. And don't forget to send in your I am Golden Blue Dude or We are Golden Blue Dude short video clips to my email address. I'm making a video montage of all my subscribers because I thought y'all deserved to have a video of your own. You see and hear from me every single day, so it's time to have your own video. Here's a quick sneak peek.
Golden Blue Dude.
We are Golden Blue Dude.
We are Golden Blue Dude.
Who is this Golden Blue Dude? We are.
State and Clemson fan, but I am Golden Blue Dude.
But today I wanted to talk about fans saying that the basketball game has passed Bob Huggins. Are you freaking kidding me? First of all, he's one of the all-time winningest coaches in history. He has over 900 wins. His winning percentage is over 70%, and he's had 9 seasons of 20-plus wins at West Virginia. And he's been at West Virginia for 15 years. It's 16 years this year. Right now, West Virginia is 13-5, 7th in the Big 12. Don't really have any bad losses. We lost to Marquette at home 82-71, but Marquette's looking like a really good team right now. We lost at number 17 Texas 74-59, but we are shorthanded. We lost at number 9 Kansas 85-59. We got out-depth there. We lost in a pretty good game against number 5 Baylor 77-68, and most recently we lost on the road to number 18 Texas Tech 78-65. Look, West Virginia has one of the toughest schedules in the nation, and as far as our remaining schedule, we have the 3rd toughest remaining schedule in the Big 12. Here's what we have left so far. Oklahoma at Arkansas, at number 4 Baylor, number 13 Texas Tech, number 23 Iowa State, at Oklahoma State, at Kansas State, number 5 Kansas, at number 23 Iowa State, Texas, at Oklahoma, and TCU. That's a rough remaining schedule. I kind of broke this down into 2 segments. Bob Huggins at West Virginia before we went to the Big 12, and Bob Huggins at West Virginia after we went to the Big 12. And there's a big difference. Now, since he's been at West Virginia, we were only in the Big East for 5 of his years. The rest of the time, we've been in the Big 12. And overall, in the Big East, we went 120-56 under Bob Huggins. That is a winning percentage of 68.1%. But since we've transitioned into the Big 12, our record is 190-115. That's 62.3%. That's almost a 6% drop in winning percentage since we joined the Big 12. So I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. West Virginia does not fit in the Big 12. The officiating is horrendous, especially on the road. West Virginia is still treated like a stepchild in the Big 12. But a lot of West Virginia fans, if we had the choice of staying in the Big 12 or going to the ACC, would rather stay in the Big 12 because of the money. And that's fine and dandy. You can make all the money in the world, but if you have no shot of winning the conference, then what's the point? And West Virginia is not a good fit in the Big 12. And I don't think we have a good shot of winning a championship in the Big 12. If we went to the ACC, our percentage would go through the roof. First off, yeah, we know the ACC is an easier league, but the travel would be much easier. Recruiting would be much better because players want to play in front of their friends and family. And yes, adding Cincinnati, and I guess Houston and UCF helps a little bit, even though those aren't really that much closer than Iowa State. So really, we're still a fish out of water, except we have a partner with Cincinnati now. So all you fans are saying that Bob Huggins, the game is passing Bob Huggins. You guys are crazy. We lost a lot of talent from last year's team. We see this team getting better and better, but the problem is the schedule is getting tougher and tougher. The kids are playing their hearts out. Bob Huggins gets the best out of his players. If we had the recruiting class of a Duke or a Kansas, my gosh, we would be in the Final Four probably at least every other year. But we're not a blue blood, so we cannot recruit like that. So we have to make do with what we got. And that's exactly what Bob Huggins does. He figures out what we're good at and what we're bad at, and he focuses on what we're good at. And one of the big things that right now that he's getting onto his players about is not taking advantage of the facilities that we have. They are not hitting the gym like they're supposed to be. So if anybody is to blame, it's the players. And I'm not singling anybody out. I'm not bashing anybody. But when you have top-notch facilities like we do at West Virginia, take advantage of it. Go practice your shooting. That is the biggest thing West Virginia has always had an issue with, especially in the Big 12, is our shooting percentage. Hit the gym and practice your shooting. I'm sure all the drills and the practices help and everything, but you need to take your own time. time out of your own time and hit the gym and practice your shot, practice how you shoot, practice the different angles you got to take, everything, because every game is different. Every game is not going to go exactly the same. So you got to train your body. I played basketball for about 10 years of my life. And whenever we practiced, we did the same thing. And the coach said, hey, hit the gym whenever you get the chance. Because the problem is, when you get in the game, you want it to be where you don't think. Your body just takes over. And I won 2 championships while I played basketball. I didn't get to go to college. But in those pressure moments, practice takes over. You don't have to think. The crowd doesn't bother you as much. It's still a factor, but it doesn't bother you as much. That's why practice is so important, and hitting the gym and practicing your shooting is so important. That way, you don't have to think during the game. Your body just takes over. Muscle memory just takes over. Repetition, repetition, repetition. So no, the game has not passed Bob Huggins by. It's the players are not putting in the effort. West Virginia has a decent team, and we are playing our hearts out. But I do think that West Virginia has a higher ceiling than what we're seeing right now. They just have to hit the gym more and practice their shooting. We're actually a pretty decent defensive team. Not one of our best, but still decent in the Big 12. It's just that shooting percentage needs to be much better. And our rebounding leaves something to be desired. And West Virginia fans forget what we lost. We don't have Miles McBride anymore. We don't have Derek Culver anymore. And we don't have Oscar Sheboy anymore. So for what we have, West Virginia is actually going really, really good. It's just our guys need to hit the gym more, practice our shooting, put more effort into that. Because prepping before the game is actually more important than the actual game itself. Because if you haven't practiced, you're going to start thinking out on the court and making mistakes. And that's why you practice. You practice, practice, practice. That way you don't have to think during the game. Your muscle memory and your body just takes over, and you don't really have to think out situations. Know the plays, know your angles, know your role on the basketball team. It's as simple as that. And Bob Huggins is as good as any coach at instilling that into his players. But you know what? He can't make his players take time out of their own schedule to hit the gym. They have to do it themselves. So that's on them. If they can start doing that more, then you'll see our shooting percentage go up. Get those reps in, boys. We need to be a better offensive team. Having said that, I do think West Virginia does make the tournament. I'm thinking anywhere between a 7 seed and a 10 seed. If we can get hot, we can get in that 6-7 seed range. If we can stay as is, we're looking at a 9-10 seed. So maybe we'll look out and get an 8 seed, because the bracket committee does look favorable on West Virginia because of Bob Huggins. So let's keep on keeping on, get the wins we can get, and play hard through the losses as well. Y'all let me know what you think in the video. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.